Hey there, this is Pete from Talk Deck Cards Game here, and I'm going to do a little deck profile for you today. Now, today we're going to be looking at Garchomp. This particular variant is more commonly known as Fluffy Chomp. I call mine Golden Chomp, but that's also because of all the shiny prettiness. But, nice thing about this deck, it is relatively easy and affordable to build. It is a very powerful Tier 2 deck in the metagame currently. So it's a really solid choice. I'm going to go over, a little basis about how this deck runs and what you can do to customize your own build if you want to run this deck. The main basis of this whole deck here is Garchomp. Garchomp here is a simple attacker. First attack for 1 fighting energy, Mock Cut for 60 damage, and it discards a special energy card attached to defending Pokemon, which is actually really powerful in his current format because special energy is fairly dominant. Now, while he is definitely the beating stick of the deck, the major support of the deck, which makes this deck really neat, is its Stage 1 form, Gabite, with its ability of Dragon Call, which allows you that once during your turn, you can search your deck for a Dragon Pokemon, and put it in your hand. This is really powerful, and it just accelerates upon itself. For each Gabite you have in play, you can use one of these per turn. The other support in this deck here is Altaria. Altaria is definitely not meant to be an attacker in this deck, but there is the energy provided in the deck in case you need to do so. But be warned, if you have to attack with Altaria, things have gone horribly wrong for you. But its ability, Fight Song, which simply states that your Dragon Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to the active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. This ability stacks for each Altaria you have in field. So if you had 3 Altarias on your bench, your attacks would do an additional 60 damage, which really helps out Garchomp in getting more damage put out for really cheap. If you had all 3 Altarias out, your Mock Cut's now doing 120. Your Dragon Blade, which for 1 water, 1 fighting, base of 100 damage, would then be doing 160. So, things to keep in mind. Other Pokemon in this deck, these are very techy Pokemon, and these can be replaced and switched to how you feel you want things to be. I personally tech in Jirachi EX here for its ability called Stellar Guidance, which when you play this Pokemon from your hand and place it on your bench, you can search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This is really powerful if you are supporter starved, because Jirachi EX, while it has a very low 90 HP, this means that it can be level balled. It can be accessed very easily to get yourself a free supporter in a pinch. The other tech Pokemon I have in here is Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime I have teched in here against Darkrai decks and just anything that does any kind of spread, like Plasma Kyurem and anything like that, because of its bench shield ability. It's a bench barrier, my apologies. Prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks. So, Darkrai could not spread its additional 30 onto your bench, same with Kyurem, same with Landorus EX, things of that nature. And that's why he is teched in here. Trainer line is fairly straightforward, not too complicated or anything. My ace spec of choice personally is Dowsing Machine, because what Dowsing Machine does is when you play it, you discard 2 cards from your hands to search your discard pile for any trainer card and bring it back into your hands. I like Dowsing Machine better because chances are I've already played the card that I'm in desperate need of. So I can just grab it right back, not worry about whether or not it's prized, and I can play it again as I need. Now you can easily replace this with Computer Search, which allows you just to search your deck for any card. And then, the same 2 card discard in order to use it. So they're both interchangeable. I personally prefer Dowsing Machine in this deck. Supporter line, 11 supporters, 4 Ns, 4 Skylas, 3 Junipers. Not so much a reliance on Juniper, mostly due to the fact that you don't really want to discard too many things, at least early game. You'll definitely get more mileage out of N and Scala setting up. Once you're actually set up, Juniper is your way to go. One of the bigger reliances on this deck are Silver Bangles. Silver Bangles, when attached to a non-EX Pokemon, will deal an additional 30 damage to your opponent's EX Pokemon. This is really crucial for Garchomp to deal extra damage and begin one-shotting EXs, which he's very capable of doing. This particular build also runs 4 level balls. Level balls are definitely more of a meat and potatoes sort of thing for the deck running, since everything you are searching for in this deck is able to be level balled except for Garchomp, which you will Dragon Call him. And then the rest of the trainer line here is very customizable, not necessarily concrete, set in stone, or anything like that. And this is what you want to change depending on your local metagame. I personally run 3 escape ropes. Since the nerf to catcher of recent history has made the card, I wouldn't say unplayable, but not nearly as desired as it once was. I like escape rope because while I don't have the choice of what Pokemon is switched, it's still a switch. If they have something big, really nasty there I don't want to deal with, I can escape rope them out of there. Tool Scrappers, more for dealing against Garbotoxin decks, tool drops, everything like that. Once again, depending on your local metagame, you may not need them. I run 2 rare candies to speed up Garchomp evolution if I need to, especially early game. If I have the potential of just ending the game early, I want to turn to rare candy and just start swinging for 60 right off the bat. Energy retrievals to get back some basics, because inevitably with Garchomp's 140 HP, it will be knocked out at some point. So you want to get your energy back in your hands so you can get them on your other Garchomps that you already have set up, like the good boy that you are. And Super Rods to get any knocked out Garchomps or Alterias back in your deck and get them right back out in the field. Keep things running. Energy wise, I personally run basic waters in here along with basic fightings and water, lightning, fighting, steel blends. The blend energies will definitely serve your purpose of allowing you to attack with all the Pokemon in this deck, aside from Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime never can attack in this deck, but if we're attacking with Mime, something's gone terrible. I personally run 5 fighting and 2 waters. You could easily take out the waters and just rely on special blends, but you're leaving yourself very susceptible to Cobalion EX, Enhanced Hammers, things of that nature, and if you lose your water, then you lose Garchomp's second attack, and that really hurts. But definitely the reliance on fighting energy, everything in here is going to use it. So, this is Garchomp, and definitely I highly recommend everybody goes, checks it out, plays with it a little bit. It's a really fun deck, and it's fairly powerful for very cheap. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.